Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for this week. And this week, I've been really focused on talking about what it means to support your pastor, what it means to support clergy, and what it means to support in the ministry. So, one of the things that most people would say, oh, yeah, that makes sense, is to volunteer. Volunteer. But here's the thing. Churches are notorious, in my experience, for, well, if somebody will just ask me, I'll be glad to volunteer. That's not what I mean by volunteer. I mean actually pray, discern, say, God, I see that there's a need for the church to be involved in XYZ, and that's a part of our vision, the shared vision that we have together. Maybe I need to step up, God. Maybe I'm too young, God. I think I'm too... No, Timothy wasn't too young. I'm too old, God. No, Abraham, he wasn't too old. Neither was Sarah. God, maybe I need to do this. If you take time to pray and discern, if you take time to go and talk with your pastor and say, Pastor, I want to be involved, your pastor will light up like no tomorrow, because most of the time they're constantly striving to find warm bodies, sometimes it seems, which is not the way to do things, to go and be with the youth group, or to sub in the nursery, or to provide teaching to a Sunday school class, or just to hang out while somebody else does these things because you want to have two people in the room together. Sometimes it can be as simple as, I'm glad you mentioned that. We really could use somebody who could go around the building and turn all the lights off after the services are over and make sure all the doors are locked. There are so many things that happen behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes. There are no shortage of opportunities for either introverts or extroverts, people who want to be seen as well as people who don't want to be seen. There are so many opportunities to volunteer. But, as Jesus said, the harvest is plenty and the workers are few. Most churches on average, the volunteers who run the church, so to speak, make sure that everything gets done, make up less than 10% of those who attend. And you wonder why there are so many pastors leaving the ministry. It's because we also are overworked. Because a lot of times, whenever we see that something needs to be done, well, it's a whole lot easier just to go do it yourself sometimes than it is to get somebody else. But after a while, all those different hats that we keep putting on our heads, well, they break our neck. 1,700 pastors are leaving the ministry every month. Volunteer. Offer yourself to God in your time and your talent, and you'll find that you'll enjoy it, and we'll all be better together in a partnership with God.